The way this spirit works is that once you are a young and unmarried person, the devil, the spirit of lust, acts by amplifying to an unusual degree. Are we together? This desire that God put, generally everything God gives man, he gives you power and control over. Whatever seems to go beyond your control has been empowered by another spirit. Are we together now? So the way the devil pushes, once you are unmarried without a spouse, he will amplify to an unusual degree. And there may be biological explanations. I don't downplay, research of medicine. We're not discussing medicine now. This is from a spiritual standpoint. I know there are things like hormonal imbalance and the rest. I don't want to go into those discussions. Are we together? But that generally speaking, he will amplify that desire beyond the control of an individual, and if not protected by wisdom, revelation, and some of these keys I will show you, you will find out that you will be a victim. And then the moment you get married, he will now flip the side of the coin by taking away that desire. So you find out that you can see two people who sometimes are in a hurry to get married because they think they want to keep themselves, and then they get married. Statistics will tell us, counselors and even men of God will tell you that sometimes once it happens, you find out that that desire seems to just evaporate and vanish. It is all the structure of this spirit. Beyond just sexual immorality, there are other expressions of immorality: pornography, masturbation, all kinds of perversions. Sexual immorality may be the major issue, but there are many others. You see, the thing about sexual immorality is that it requires a number of conditions for that to happen. Number one, it is atmosphere dependent. Number two, you will need the mutual consent of the parties involved. But for things like pornography and masturbation, these things do not need all these extra things. So there are many people who for some reason have been able to survive sexual immorality, but pornography, masturbation, and a lot of other bodily vices. Do you know the Bible says a man that looks at a woman to lust after her, in the mind of the spirit, he has already committed immorality. So there are others who may not physically act it out, but as far as God is concerned, they are victims, because it is a state of perpetual emotional entertainment. Just like sexual immorality, pornography, masturbation, and so on, it does not care whether you are a man of God. It does not care whether you are married. It does not care whether you are single. It does not care whether you are young. It does not care whether you are old. If left unchecked, it will attack and wreck your life. Is someone learning now? Sin number one: sexual immorality and related perversions. There are other expressions of immorality, is still under the group of immorality: drunkenness, drugs, every kind of harm that is inflicted in the body that is inconsistent with God's pattern. Are we together? So there are some who will say, well, I'm not sexually immoral, but then there are people who are victims of drugs, victims of alcoholism, victims of all kinds of vices. That's why it's written here, sexual immorality and related perversions. I need not mention other extreme ones, unfortunately, but it is true in the world, and I hope and pray not the church. Extensions of extreme cases like having affairs with little children and babies and animals and sodomy. You know that our world today is full of all kinds of things. The goal is not condemnation. The goal is to be able to expose this and to bring us to a point where we become free, and free indeed. Because I can tell you, many people are not free.